Picture this. A young man from a small island rises to become the Emperor of France, reshaping Europe in the process. That man was Napoleon Bonaparte. But beyond his military conquests and political reforms, what can we learn from him about planning for success and leaving a lasting legacy? Today, we'll explore the timeless wisdom that Napoleon might share with his heirs, wisdom that can guide us in our own lives as parents and individuals striving for success. Napoleon once said, "Great ambition is the passion of a great character." From his early days in Corsica, he dreamed of greatness. Sent to military school in France at just 9 years old, he faced ridicule for his accent and foreign ways. But he persevered, studying military history and strategy relentlessly. By his mid-20s, he was already making a name for himself on the battlefield. For us, ambition starts with a clear vision. As parents, we want our children to dream big, but we must also teach them that achieving those dreams requires hard work and persistence. Just as Napoleon turned his ambitions into reality through dedication, we must guide our children to set goals and work tirelessly towards them. Napoleon believed that impossible is a word found only in a fool's dictionary. Teach your children that with determination and creativity, they can overcome any obstacle. Part 1. Aim high. Napoleon Bonaparte was a man of great ambition. From his early days as a young military officer, he dreamed of greatness, not just for himself, but for all of France. He famously said, "Great ambition is the passion of a great character." It was this ambition that drove him to become emperor and reshape Europe. As parents, we can inspire our children with similar ambition. The key is to encourage them to set high goals and not settle for anything less than their best. This doesn't mean pushing them beyond their limits, but helping them discover their potential and strive for it. For example, if your child loves sports, don't just let them play for fun. Encourage them to join teams or compete at higher levels. If they love art, support them in taking advanced classes or entering competitions. The key is showing them that with effort and dedication, they can achieve extraordinary things. Research in psychology supports this approach. Carol Dweck's work in developmental psychology shows that when children believe their abilities can improve through effort, they become more persistent and successful. By fostering this mindset, we help our children develop resilience and a love of learning, qualities that will benefit them throughout life. So aim high for your children. Teach them that the sky's the limit, and with hard work, they can reach for the stars. Part 2. Be where you are needed. Napoleon was famous for his presence on the battlefield. He didn't stay behind safely. Instead, he was often seen riding alongside his soldiers, directly overseeing operations. This hands-on leadership style inspired confidence and loyalty in his army. When it comes to parenting, being where you are needed means actively engaging in your children's lives. This includes attending their school events, helping with homework, and being present for important moments. It also means recognizing when they need support, whether emotional or practical, and providing immediately. For example, if your child is struggling with a subject at school, don't just tell them figure it out. Sit down with them, help them understand the problem, or seek out additional resources. Your involvement shows that you care and that their success is important to you. Moreover, being there for your children doesn't just mean being physically present. It's about being mentally and emotionally available. Putting down your phone during dinner or family time, send a message that your children have your full attention. Studies show that children with parents who are actively involved in their education tend to perform better academically and have higher self-confidence. By being where you are needed, you not only help your children succeed, but also strengthen your bond with them. Part 3. Lead by example. Napoleon was known for leading from the front. He didn't ask his soldiers to do anything he wasn't willing to do himself. This earned him the respect and absolute loyalty of his troops. There's a story about how, During a battle, Napoleon was seen riding with his soldiers, encouraging them and even facing danger alongside them. His courageous actions inspired his soldiers to fight harder. When it comes to parenting, leading by example means showing the behavior we want to see in our children. If we want our children to be honest, we must be honest with ourselves. If we want them to work hard, we must show them what hard work looks like. Children learn more from what we do than from what we say. For example, if you want your children to read more, let them see you reading books. If you want them to eat healthy, make sure you choose healthy options for yourself. This is not just about talking, but about walking the walk. Furthermore, when we make mistakes, like we all do, it's important to own up to them and show our children how to learn from them. This teaches them responsibility and resilience. Research shows that children who see their parents engaging in positive behaviors are more likely to adopt those behaviors themselves. So by leading by example, we not only tell our children how to behave, but show them how. Part 4. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Napoleon was known for his decisiveness and clarity in communication. He gave clear orders and expected them to be followed. Consistency between words and actions was a key part of his leadership style. In parenting, this translates to being consistent with our rules and following through on our promises. Children need to know that when we say something, we mean it. This builds trust and teaches them the importance of honesty and integrity. For example, if you tell your children there will be consequences for bad behavior, make sure you follow through with those consequences. Similarly, if you promise a reward for good behavior, be sure to deliver it. Consistency also means applying rules fairly and without bias between siblings or in different situations. This helps children understand boundaries and feel secure in their environment. Moreover, when we communicate clearly with our children, explaining why certain rules are in place or why certain behaviors are expected, we help them develop critical thinking skills and understand the reasoning behind our decisions. Part 5. Acknowledge you cannot do everything by yourself. Napoleon understood the importance of delegation. He couldn't lead every battle or manage every aspect of governing on his own. He relied on his generals and officials, but he also made sure to recognize and reward their efforts. In parenting, this lesson teaches us that we cannot do everything alone. It's important to ask for help when needed, from your spouse, family members, or professionals like teachers or counselors. Equally important is giving your children responsibilities that are appropriate for their age, so they can learn independence and feel valued. For example, assigning household chores teaches children responsibility and contributes to family motivation. When they complete a task, make sure to praise their effort. A simple thank you or a small reward can go a long way. By acknowledging that we can't do everything ourselves and delegating tasks appropriately, we not only lighten our load, but also teach our children valuable life skills. Part 6. Be different. Napoleon was known for his creative strategies on the battlefield. He didn't always follow conventional wisdom. Instead, he thought outside the box and adjusted his strategies as circumstances changed. In parenting, encouraging your children to be different means nurturing their creativity and independent thinking. It means supporting their unique interests and talents, rather than pushing them into conventional molds. For example, if your child is passionate about an unconventional hobby like rock collecting or writing poetry, encourage it, whether it's collecting rocks or building robots with Lego Mindstorms. Supporting your child's passion helps them build confidence and a sense of individuality. Moreover, teaching children to think differently can benefit them in every area of life. Encouraging them to solve problems creatively or approach challenges from different angles prepares them for a world that values innovation. Part 7. Respect your people. Napoleon respected his soldiers and treated them as individuals. He knew their names, understood their needs, and listened to their concerns. This respect earned him their loyalty and commitment. In parenting, Respecting your children means treating them with dignity and valuing their opinions. It means listening to what they say and considering their feelings when making decisions that affect their lives. For example, when making family decisions that impact your children, involve them in the discussion. Even if they are too young to have a say in major decisions, explaining why certain choices are made helps them feel involved and respected. Respect also means setting appropriate and fair boundaries. Children need structure, but they also need to feel their independence is respected as they grow. Part 8. Look people in the eye. Napoleon was known for his intense gaze. He always looked people in the eye when speaking to them. This conveyed focus and sincerity. In parenting, maintaining eye contact with your children shows that we are fully present and listening to them. It's a simple but powerful way to build connection and trust. For example, when your child tells you about their day, look them in the eye instead of being distracted by your phone or other tasks. This small action can make a huge difference in how your children feel heard and valued. Part 9. Control your temper. Although known for his outbursts, Napoleon understood the importance of controlling his temper in crucial moments. He knew that impulsive decisions made out of anger could have disastrous consequences. In parenting, controlling our temper is essential for creating a stable and nurturing environment for our children. Yelling or reacting impulsively can damage trust and create fear rather than respect. Instead, when you feel angry or frustrated, it's important to step back, calm down, and then address the situation rationally. This models emotional control for your children and teaches them how to handle their own emotions constructively. Part 10. Respect your time. Napoleon was meticulous in managing his time. He understood that time was a precious resource, and he used it wisely to achieve his goals. As parents, respecting our time means prioritizing what's important, spending quality time with our children, balancing work and family life, and avoiding unnecessary distractions. For example, setting aside dedicated time each day or week for family ensures that you are present for your children without being interrupted by work or other commitments. Teaching your children the value of time management also prepares them for future responsibilities. Part 11. Never stop learning. Napoleon was a lifelong learner. He read extensively about history, science, and military strategy, always seeking to improve his knowledge and skills. As parents, demonstrating continuous learning shows our children that education doesn't stop after school. Whether it's learning a new skill, reading books, or taking courses, our pursuit of knowledge inspires them to do the same. Furthermore, encouraging your children to explore new hobbies and learn throughout their lives prepares them to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing world. In conclusion, the leadership lessons from Napoleon Bonaparte offer a treasure trove of wisdom that can be applied to parenting. By setting high goals, being where you are needed, leading by example, communicating effectively, delegating tasks, encouraging creativity, respecting your children, controlling your emotions, managing time wisely, and continuously learning, we can guide our children toward success and help to become the best version of themselves. Remember, as parents, we are the first and most important teachers for our children. By embodying these principles, we not only shape their future, but also build a legacy that will last for generations. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on leadership, parenting, and personal development. Thank you for watching.